Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Derek Lively. Thompson is out there with Irving. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Washington in at the small forward position. And for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And Davis can't get it to go. Porzingis finds White. Here's Brown. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown working in that mid-range area. This guy knows it's got to be a part of your game.
Irving for three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
That was a rough outing. They did a few good things, but the inconsistencies caught up to him in that one.
To be perfectly frank with you, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. I thought they were outclassed all night.
Here's Washington. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Nice shot by Thompson.
The speed with which Klay Thompson gets to his shooting motion off the catch makes him as dangerous as anyone.
Left side, Porzingis. Off target from outside.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And when we talk about players with great upside, Doris, Derek Lively is one of the first to come up.
There's no question about that. This young man has great length and athleticism. He's adding strength every single day. Eventually, he's going to have some go-to moves offensively, but right now, rim runner, rim protector of the highest standard, and plays beyond his years.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Coach said how much he admires Klay Thompson, saying, that guy is a champion. Coming back from 2 years away, Thompson's still one of the best two-way guards in the league. Nothing but respect for Klay, and there's zero argument here. Thompson surely a future Hall of Famer. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Here's Irving. After Drew Holiday's score. Teardrop shot. Holiday with the block.
Oh, that's Drew Holiday at his absolute best. Send it back, Drew.
And it just seems that every pass they made is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Boston making some changes. Luke Cornett comes in for Porzingis. And it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday. Irving finds Washington. Pass to Lively. And here's Davis for three. Boston grabs the miss.
Absolutely tenacious guy. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Tremendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 5. Here's Hauser. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
and they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Irving. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now, here is Irving. Still yet to score. Drills it from outside.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Here's Hauser from downtown. And that's good. Al Horford for 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Last game for the Mavericks, it was a loss to the Grizzlies. Thompson outside. Back to Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Irving's got 5 now.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Pass to Cornette. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And on the way from Irving for 3, Jason Tatum grabs the board. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. 13-point lead. He gets it in there.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now, here's Thompson. His last outing, he had 18 points. And it's Washington missing. Here's Pritchard, covered by Irving, and the dunk by Tatum.
Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
40 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Thompson outside. Washington kicks to Davis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Celtics leading by 17. Low block shot on the way, and Cornette gets it to go. Cornette's got his second basket of the night.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
No problems knocking that one down. 8 points for him.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Mavericks trailed by 18. Tatum and Horford man the post position. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Hauser in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now here's Irving. Dinwiddie outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Celtics leading by 18. Here's Brown, and the dunk by Brown.
How about a little bit of daylight is all Jaylen Brown needs, up off his feet in a hurry.
Here's Irving. You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jaylen, it'd probably be the three-point shot.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. And the basket by Horford.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Derek White's checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Jaylen Brown. Then for the Mavericks, Derek Lively comes in for Daniel Gafford. And it's Thompson in for Christie. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Dinwiddie for three, sinks the three-pointer. Dinwiddie's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
White, good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Dinwiddie. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. On the three off target. Pass to Holiday. Takes a three. And Lively pulls it down. Mavericks trail by 20. Dinwiddie attacking. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? He had a strong showing last season. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 5 assists and 5 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Outside Holiday, buries it from three-point range. Holiday's got 5 points so far. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Now Marshall, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Over in the corner, Marshall. Clock at 6. Pass to Irving. A three ball. Again, Irving missing.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
And it goes down 2 points. He's got 11.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Thompson looking for an opening to stop the run. Hits it from three-point range.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
On the wing, Brown. For the three. Sinks the triple.
Jaylen Brown, the immediate answer for three-point territory. Yes, sir.
Dallas calls timeout.
Fans on the court is your squad. It's time for T-shirts.
Porzingis is checked in for Boston. Then for the Mavericks, Anthony Davis is checked in for Marshall. Washington comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's Exum in for Irving. And so here is Dallas. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Now here is Holiday after Jaylen Brown's miss. It's good from long range. Porzingis has got 6 points. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Porzingis, good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one. Dallas has gotten fond of that three-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Exum finds Washington. Lets it go with a 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
Now, here's Exum. Tight defense on him. Thompson outside. Good on the three-point shot. Thompson's got 9 points in the quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Porzingis kicks to Holiday. There's the 3. That shot missing. And so it's the Boston Celtics having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Just staying aggressive. Just continue to get in the gym and see something go in. It feels good to see him go in early. And it's so good to have us have a good start. Hopefully we keep it up.
Yeah, it was flowing great in that first half, Jay. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so is our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
You look at the Celtics, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Dallas Mavericks.
They have to be better offensively, shooting under 40%. You know how to fix that, fellas? Feed the bigs.
Stop the presses. Shaq advocating for more post play. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Washington out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Derek Lively. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Irving in at the 1. And it's Davis missing. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always.
Oh, my goodness. Not only a vertical threat, but a big-time finisher, Derek Lively.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Irving for three. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. So it'll be Jaylen Brown shooting. That one on Davis. The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
Here's White following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Brown with the bucket.
Jaylen Brown very capable of taking stretches of games over. Right now, he's got the entire offensive arsenal working.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 13. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Can't connect from 13 feet out. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. A three from Porzingis. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Porzingis has got 11 points.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Inside. Here's Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And that's now 19 points for Klay Thompson.
This guy, Klay Thompson, can get as hot as any player in the NBA. And when he's this efficient, boy, he is dangerous.
Count it, good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Lively. Thompson outside for three. Rebound by the Celtics. Porzingis has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's White. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Irving passes to Washington. Back to Irving. Over Holiday. A nice shot by Irving. 15 points in the game.
That is Kyrie Irving in a nutshell. You want to give him the mid-range, he'll take it. The consummate three-level scorer.
The shot by Holiday, no good. For Dallas, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Davis. Irving's got 7 now in this quarter.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night, 3 in the first half.
Outside Holiday drills the three-pointer.
All right, Drew Holiday, we see you. He wanted to get right back with that three-point shot.
Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes. They led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out Doris a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim protection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do your job.
And that one falls for Gafford.
Boy, when you think about what Daniel Gafford brings to the floor, it's length, it's athleticism, it's the vertical threat at the rim. But for me, it's about grit and toughness, too.
Dante Exum, he's checked in for Thompson. Gafford cans them both. 1:25 left in the third. Davis against Craig. The three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Pritchard. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Marshall passes to Gafford. Now Dinwiddie. There's the lob to the hoop, and Gafford throws it down.
Boy, Gafford gets off his feet quickly, and the pass is absolutely perfect.
Fires from deep. Cans it from downtown.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Here's Exum. Buries it down low. Exum's got his first points of the game.
Well, it's hard to question the size Dante Exum brings to the point guard position. He's unique in the game.
Peterson, that's good.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
The Mavericks have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie goes to the pull-up jumper, and I'll tell you what, that's very much a part of his repertoire.
Pass to Queta. And the rejection by Gafford. And so it's Boston, able to put on a show for the ages. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get you back to the action after this break. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
We're not talking to each other, offensively or defensively. Let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, a breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's Tillman in at the 4 slot. That's the Boston 5. Queta, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Here's Christie. Gafford passes to Irving. Drops in the layup for 2. Irving's got 20.
Irving, an elusive scorer, so adept at finding space inside.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Walsh. No good with the triple. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. It's tipped. Here's Walsh. Nailed from three-point land.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Irving passes to Christie. The wing, Dinwiddie. Lets it go from deep. And Boston with the rebound.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Tillman. He tries for 3, and again, Boston with the triple. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Dinwiddie for three. Hits the three-point bomb.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Here's Walsh. Dinwiddie covering. Here's Shireman. Rebounded by Gafford.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And the Celtics with possession here, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Dallas has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people will take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for a lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night, you leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7. And this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
And the basket by Hauser.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. And here's Tatum for three. And the Celtics another three.
The ability for Jason Tatum to be ready on the catch, those opportunities make the game a little bit easier.
Thompson outside. Dinwiddie sets the screen for Thompson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Celtics have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Tatum gets the bucket.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Now, here's Marshall. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got 4 rebounds in this game. Moving against Brown. Off target with his 3. Mavericks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Boston.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jason Tatum.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
And a deep 3 from Irving. Dallas, no good that time either. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 15-4 run right now. A nice shot by Brown.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Thompson for the triple. Bangs home the trifecta.
Klay Thompson is not about to let a 3 go unanswered. Big-time shot.
Good on the triple.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Jalen. A long season. What do you guys need to do to keep it rolling?
Just keep finding consistent rhythm with each other. Keep playing the game the right way, executing the game plan, and just do your job. We'll be fine.
You all did the job tonight, man. Congrats again on the win. Back to you.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.